Come on.
All right. I had to take over host, and now I'm giving you back host.
Okay.
And I am going to mute my audio and video. And just, I'll keep it on, and who knows what'll happen from here.
Okay.
All right, cool. Have fun.
I'm going to mute you. Oh,
I'm muting.
all right.
You didn't have to mention you were in charge today. Get everybody to sit down.
Can everybody take a seat? We have a lot to do today, and we don't want to go long. And I need to see if we need another table. It's going to be close. Yeah, it's going to be close.
She told me.
How are you guys? Are you a scholarship? Which scholarship?
Are you a bocce player or a bowler?
I'm going to be at the district conference.
That's right. You're a representative for that.
Roger and Mike.
What's the race Sunday? Change clothes again, we'll go to 52.
Don't wear the flags.
No. I could sit someplace else.
Don't worry about it. You're sitting there.
Are you here? Are you here?
No, I'm
Are you over there?
I think we're fine. I just want people to sit down so I know we need to sit at another table. I think we're good. I don't think we need it. Unless someone comes late. Two seats there.
Yeah.
Now, when he gets to school, I'm going to at least do half of it.
We have a hors d'oeuvre. They always give me that.
Yeah, you can sit here. Want to sit over here? There we go. Front row. There you go. Somebody else will have to.
Yes.
Yes, that's me. They're going to set up another table.
Oh, okay.
Just give them a few minutes. And we're going to begin. Welcome to the scholarship meeting of the Schaumburg-Holland Estates Rotary Club. Let's see. George, I'm looking at you. Yeah, can you start the Pledge of Allegiance? Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Everybody stand. Yeah. Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don, can you lead us in the four-way pact?
Sure.
four-way pact of the way I interact with others. Personal accountability with courage and truth. First,
I will have courage to tell the whole truth. I'll be kind in the way I tell it. I'll be fair and speak without advantage. I'll have an heart and open mind.
Jack, can you lead us in the invocation?
We could bow our heads. Dear God, we give thanks for this day and for the guests that are with us, especially the scholarship winners today. We ask a blessing on the Rotarians here and around the world and the projects that they're involved with. Bless this food to our use. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
So let's welcome our guests. I forgot to hit the bell. Tim, can you introduce yourself and your guests at your table? or pick somebody at your table who knows your guests. That table, all Rotarians? Roger, how about your table?
His father, Maurice, and his mother, Teresa.
We have a scholarship recipient here. Her name is Maria Akawa, along with her dad, Michael. And she is a Uncle Joe scholarship recipient.
And
we also are lucky enough to have a scholarship winner at the table with us. Thomas and his dad, Rob, and also another Rob, but this one is Nancy Rob of Excel Beyond 211 fame and a partner of ours in that endeavor.
you know, and our good friend Pete Justin is here. Don?
I guess I'm last year. It's my pleasure. You know what? I'm not going to do to a guy who knows it. So I'd like to introduce Dave Blakeman. You all know Dave.
So I'm going to introduce your parents, but this is Eric. This is my mother. This is Gerardo. This is my father, Jose. This is Legend. My mother, Stefan. And this is Martin.
All right, that newly formed table in the back. All right, club announcements, hot off the presses, our Memorial Day observance on Memorial Day. I believe we still are going to need Rotarians to help with setup and passing out programs and everything. I wish John Selke was here today so that I would know the exact details, but I wanted to get it on your schedule so that we can help out as we always do. I know, I'm looking at it. And then tomorrow is our roadside cleanup day. We only have a few people. The first cleanup of the year on Gulf Road between Roselle and Plum Grove Road is always incredible. It amazes me the carnage that must go on over the winter with all the car parts and particles and springs. I mean, some of the stuff is heavy stuff that, how do you leave that behind off your car? So we need all the people we can get to help pick that up. The first pick of the year, 9 a.m. in the morning in the Kohl's parking lot. You'll see a bunch of people standing around getting ready to go. You can, well, they don't have it on the screen. You should wear sturdy shoes. Bring a 5-gallon pail if you have one to put the stuff in. We have some vests to wear so that you don't get run over, but we're not going to be in the road anyway, hopefully. Although all the carnage that goes on in Gulf Road, you never know. So I hope to see it. Oh, and get a grabber. If you got a grabber so you don't have to bend over, that works too. And we'll let gloves work too. Yeah, when you got to pick up some of those sharp pieces left over from the carnage. Did I say carnage a few times? Little Nancy.
You did. Well, I just want to announce we have a couple dates to put on your calendar. I've arranged the holiday party, and that will be on December 2nd, Friday. And we have our installation dinner on June 23rd, details to follow. And a sign-up sheet is going around for our next fellowship, which is kind of quick, but Memorial Day is the weekend after. So we're going to be at Pinstripes. So come out and do a little bowling and bocce. And yes, Alan.
For the installation dinner, will that be before or after the impeachment hearing?
Well, we'll see how that goes.
I don't think we have any other announcements. So happy dollars. Who's happy?
Brian,
Jeff.
Got 3 happy dollars. It's good to see Jean sleeping back. As you know, she spent the last 3 months at my pickleball camp. She's back, and we're good to see you, Jean.
Jeff, could you collect? Jean?
Yes, I think he got because he has taught me everything. So you can imagine how much better I am now. Anyway, so I'm very happy to be back, and I miss you all.
Roger?
I have 10 happy dollars. One with 3. 4 last week I was involved in 4.
Daryl?
I'm very happy to be here in Chicago as opposed to our house in Arizona, where it's going to be 90 for the next 10 days. For $5.
Does anybody want me just to throw this down?
Gene?
I have 2 happy dollars for all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day. I have 2 happy dollars because I had a ghost hunting meet and greet that went very well this past weekend, and we're actually going to be putting together a group of people that are going to be helping out kids deal with whatever abilities that they might have.
And then I have another 2 happy dollars because Alan gave, just because Alan gave. Alan gave is one of our best fundraisers in the club. For G.
Christy?
I have $20 because I guess all of us showed up today, the ones who were in other places. It's great to be back. It's great to see all your smiling faces. And I'm here on a day that I like the best is when we're giving away money and stuff. So thank you.
Anybody else? All right. Time to do the Queen of Hearts. All right, are you ready? Feeling lucky. Barry Christian wins. He's not. He is not here.
The lowest card is 8. Okay. The Jack of Hearts. Oh, right?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Jack of Hearts.
No winner.
Wah, wah.
Should be here to win.
All right, enjoy your lunch. While we're waiting for our food, I would like to welcome to the podium our illustrious fine master for fun and frolic, Mr. Alan Gay.
So for all of our visitors here, this is like school. You're not supposed to be talking while I am. So we're giving away a lot of money today in scholarships, and we have three major fundraisers. One is the Classic, which is going to be May 6th of next year. And if you're interested in attending, we'll be more than happy to allow you to do that. We also own a timeshare with Marriott, and we sell tickets to allow people to use it and go travel anywhere in the world. And our third major fundraiser is me. So I'm going to raise a lot of money today, so all of you scholarship winners can get your scholarships, and we make sure that our checks don't bounce. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Roger Smith to be one of the collectors, and I'm going to ask Steve Lamp to be one of the collectors, because no one's going to say no to Steve. We have a rule in the club that if you leave a meeting early, you're supposed to pay a $3 fine. Well, not a fine, a $3 contribution. So if you're planning on leaving early today, please contribute $3. Now, I want to congratulate the Jean table. Jean and Jean, would you please stand up? So that, you know, people talk about their jeans. Well, these are our jeans. So these are our jeans. So each of the jeans will pay $2 for the honor of being jeans. So last week, our club had a social event at the Metropolis Theater where they went to see the play Shout. And it was a musical, and I heard great reviews of it. And I talked to my friend Bob Fleischer, who went there, if he liked it. And he said, yeah, it was great. It was music from the 60s and 70s. And I asked him, Bob, you know, the name of the show was called Shout. Did they sing the song Shout? And he didn't know. So I spoke to somebody else who went to the event who wasn't as drunk as Bob. And I said, did they sing the song Shout? And she said, yeah, they sang it twice. So I don't know what you and Louise are doing during the show, Bob. Pay $5. Ooh. There's a table over here to my right, which is called affectionately the Bad Boys table. And this goes from history in the club. And I'm not going to tell the students why we called it that. Just use your imagination. But everybody at that table, other than Ed Haig and Daryl Moon, are going to pay $2 because they're the only official Bad Boys who are sitting at that table. Don't give me that, Vince. So Vince is going to pay $5 because he's such a. But Daryl and Ed are the only ones who are not going to pay $2 because they, like I, have on the back of our badges a Bad Boy sticker. So everybody else pay your fine. If you are sitting at a table and you do not have a guest at your table, that's unbelievable. I mean, we have 432 guests and you don't have any at your table. So I was going to charge you all $432, but I thought that was a bit excessive. So everybody who's at a table that doesn't have any guests, that'll be $3. If you don't, you're sitting at a table and you do not have a visiting Rotarian, that'll be $2. Okay? If you are sitting at a table that has a past district governor, that'll be $2 because you're sucking up to him. So everybody at that table will pay $2. I'd like Gene Walters and Don Miner to please stand. Now, everybody here will notice, step away from your table so everybody can see. They'll notice that they're both wearing sport jackets and jeans. If you are not wearing a sport jacket and jeans, you'll pay $2 because this is the fashion plate. There's 3 people in the room who knows what's going on. Pat Grunwell is one of, a past president, used to work at Rotary International. She used to run Rotary International because she was the administrative assistant to the Rotary presidents. So the presidents came and gone, and Pat was there, so she knows everything in and out about Rotary, but obviously not about introducing guests because she didn't introduce Pete Justin, who was a guest at our table, so she'll pay $2. Tim, wake up. It's nice that you have your own table, your own special table. Excuse me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying because you were reaching in your pocket to give Roger some money. Yes, well, you should be. So anybody sitting in that who was late today, that's going to be by the honor code. We live by, is it the truth? So if you were late today, I don't know who you were. So if you were, please pay $2. If you did not go to Shout and you're a member of our club, please pay $2 because it was an outstanding event. And is there anybody here who any of the guests here, even though we don't find any guests, any of the guests here would like to make a contribution to our club? Please raise your hand and we'll have one of the collectors come by. And there's somebody, there's a gentleman over here who would like to make a contribution. Roger, come on. You're slowing down. And Gary, why do you have a $20 bill in your hand?
I haven't been fined yet, so I'm kind of waiting. I was actually going to for the whole table.
Okay, Gary's going to pay a $20 fine for his entire table. That was very nice of you. And if and I want to welcome back Christy, Gene Schlinkman, and Daryl. And I say Gene's last name because there are two Genes sitting next to each other. We missed all of you. Welcome back. I'm not going to fine you for it, but it's great to have you. And if you have not been fined, I'm shocked, so pay $5. Everybody have a great day. Congratulations to all the scholarship winners.
$1.
There's no and is consistently get called
But if you're,
While we're waiting for lunch, we'll get started early. I want to introduce Roger Smith.
See if we get it right. We have guests, okay? See if we get it right first time. Hello, friendly club.
Hello.
That's awesome. All right, so I have the great honor, probably the favorite thing I do in Rotary, is chairing the Uncle Joe Service Above Self Scholarship. And for the scholarship, we look at several things. We look at academics, we look at extracurriculars, we look at what your work history is. But then what we really hone in on is, do you show an exceptional level of community service? And do you demonstrate leadership? And if you happen to do leadership in your community service, well, that's more in your favor as well. I'm very happy to talk about the two winners we had. One of them's here in person. One of them is actually taking a final right now at this moment. I said, but come on. He said no, which is okay. His name, I'll start with him. His name is Matthew Williams. You may recognize the name because this is his third year winning. Matthew was born with cerebral palsy. His parents were told he wouldn't be able to walk or talk. But if you see him now, you know he walks and talks, and he's a bundle of energy. And to no one's surprise, he sort of has the in his heart for disabilities, right? So he's been at Drake University for the last couple of years. He's on a committee now that he chairs, where he helps Drake University realize the needs of disabled people and put in ramps here and other things that help handicapped people. And that's a blessing, I can tell you, as someone whose wife is disabled. You don't realize what's needed until, wow, you need it. So even though he's not here, he's in Iowa, maybe we could just cheer for Matt right now. And so the other winner, and I'd like to invite her up here on the stage with me, if you don't mind, it's Maria Atala. And of course, Maria's academics are stellar and her extracurriculars are great, and she helps out with the family quite a bit. We always have them submit references. And one of the references that stuck out to me that they said Maria has grit, determination in the things that she achieves and the people that she helps. And she demonstrates servant leadership, which Maria is why you're here. We appreciate that. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what you did with oncology at Alexian Brothers? That stood out to me, okay? Just a couple words.
Okay, hello. So I recently started volunteering at Alexian Brothers in Elk Grove, and I started volunteering in the oncology unit. And what I remember, like what I told them. So at first I wanted to volunteer simply because I was looking into the medical field and I was wondering maybe, so I thought going into the hospital environment would just be a great way to like see if I would be a great fit for like what I want to do. And then the first day I entered, I was of course a little nervous. I went in, I saw all the nurses like working and all like the patients, and there were so many sick patients in the room, and I'm just sitting there. And the first thing that pops in my mind is, wow, simply 20 minutes away from my house, there's a completely different environment and like a completely different setting and a completely different world outside of my life. There are so many like people that need help. There's sick people. There are people that are older. Some don't have families. Some have been at the hospital for weeks. And I'm sitting at home with a wonderful family, like 3 siblings, going to school every day. And so it brought a new perspective that there is a world outside of just our separate spheres that we live in. And that if we just see that different perspective and see that there are different people in our lives, we can start to have empathy and sympathy and look towards those other perspectives. So, yeah.
Isn't she impressive?
Yeah.
So Maria, good luck in the future. We hope to hear from you again. I think it would be awesome if someday you were at this podium as the president of our Rotary Club.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce Glenn Shergott. He'll talk about the next recipients.
My glasses. So this is a Doc Moon scholarship. There was 3 of us on the committee. Tom Ghosh, who's in Iowa. Barry Christian, who's getting his eyes fixed. And myself, Glenn Shergott. Individuals receiving the scholarships today have met the criteria reflecting the philosophy of former Rotarian Dr. James Moon. As a teacher, administrator, and business owner, he advocated a strong personality that stressed 4 major criteria. They included participating in school activities, volunteering in school and your community, receiving acceptable grades, and holding a part-time job. Based on these criteria, the Rotary Club of Schaumburg Hoffman Estates would like to recognize 3 young people. First, Nicholas McNamara from Hoffman Estates High School, who will be attending Bowling Green State University. Thomas Rafatz from Schaumburg High School, attending Notre Dame. And Uzar from Hoffman Estates High School, attending Northern Illinois University. I'd like to give all these people congratulations. Now I'd like put in order. We'll have Nicholas McNamara come up and talk about his future. Is he here in the room today? Come on up. Let's, yeah, just talk about what you plan on doing. Where you're gonna go.
All right, well, I'd like to thank everyone for giving me this scholarship. And I plan on going, as said, to Bowling Green State University, where I have not decided exactly what major I'll be focusing on. However, I plan on either doing chemistry or business administration. I know those are two completely different subjects, but I mean, best case scenario for me was to maybe combine both and maybe major in business, but minor in chemistry and go into a business field to work for a business that works with different, like a chemical business or like maybe chemical engineering at some point. But my plan is to go out to Bowling Green State, study hard, have a little fun at the same time, but but study hard and hopefully get a good job and be successful.
And Thomas, you'd be the next one speaking here.
Also, I just want to thank you all for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate the scholarship. Yeah, so I plan to attend 4 years at the University of Notre Dame in Indiana, and I plan to major in political science. Yeah, I've always just really been interested in history, and I feel that's the next best step. Like after university, I possibly plan on getting like a government job, possibly in the State Department, because I feel that's like the best way I can use my skills to help make policy, to improve the public good and to improve the world. And also possibly thinking about law school, because having a political science degree is a good first step towards that. Yeah, so I'm really excited about my future, and just want to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity.
And our last recipient is Uzahar from Hoffman Estates High School.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. Today, I am here to express my sincere gratitude towards the Rotary Scholarship for making this scholarship possible. I was thrilled to learn that my name on this scholarship for the recipient of the 2022-2023. And I'm very deeply appreciated for this support. Thank you. And I'm planning to attend Northern Illinois University as an accounting major, and I hope I will work hard enough and then I'll pursue what I want. Thank you.
So let's give another round of applause to these 3 students. What a great accomplishment.
Now we'll take some time to eat.
spit it out. All right. Yeah. I'll write that one I was here volunteer the year award. Stewart Thank you. Yeah. First horse along. Played for 79. I thought that was pretty good. It lasted about 2 hours. You had record. I played with the golf coach. You're around. I play here. I can't climb. You got to cut it out. Doorway. Oh, really? It's called Golden Gate.
So we'll keep going while you're still eating. A little over a year ago, our club decided to set up a scholarship at Beyond 211. And they run scholarships, and Nancy Robb is part of that, and she can probably tell you more about it than I can.
First of all, I would like to thank the Rotary. This has actually been the second year that you have supported scholarships for some of our students that excel beyond 211. This is a not-for-profit that started 8 years ago. And what our goal was to provide our students with one-to-one mentors.
Well, then you'll be on camera.
Oh, on camera. I don't need that either. Actually, there's nobody.
Gail's on.
Oh, you have one person
and it's
on.
getting recorded.
Oh, okay. So we started 8 years ago, and we provide one-to-one mentors for students that have graduated from a District 211 high school. So any one of the 5 high schools in District 211. All of those students are first-generation college students. They're all very academically talented. They've taken one AP or accelerated course. They all have grade point averages of above a 2.5. They are low-income students. So what we do is we provide a mentor, one-to-one mentor for all of those students. And why we started nationally, only 10% of low-income first-generation students graduate from college in 6 years, 10%. Now, our most recent data shows us that we had 70% graduate in 6 years. So, and we now have another class that we're over 70%, and that's not even in 6 years. All of the college statistics are given in 6-year increments. So I would just like to thank, this Rotary is amazing. I think you do an amazing job for students, for education, for providing scholarships. And honestly, it does make a huge difference, because sometimes that's what stands in the way of a student being successful. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Excel Beyond 211 board. I'd like to thank you for the partnership. It's greatly appreciated. And I can say thank you from our students, because we will be giving out, we had over 90 students recently applied for scholarships, and we will be giving away $117,000 in scholarships and $17,500 in support funds this year. But that doesn't happen without people like you with all your hard work and contribution. So thank you.
And Nancy, here's our check for $2,000.
Thanks so much.
I'd like to have Don Miner come up for the Applied Technology Scholarships.
Thanks, Brian. You know, I first want to start by saying hello to all the scholars and their families and their mentors and friends. I've said this over and over and over again. This is my favorite day of the year. Scholarships are really close to my heart, and we do a lot with 211 schools, and 211 is close to my heart. So here we go. Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. I should have brought you up. You know, I was thinking back on some of the Rotary material that we've had presented to us over the years. And one story from Cliff Docterman, who was a past Rotary International president, sticks in mind for me. He once told a story about a student who was recalling his high school experience. The student was once asked what he had learned in school that day, and his response was, well, you know what? I don't know what I learned, but apparently it wasn't enough because I have to come back tomorrow. When you graduate, your tomorrows will change drastically. And you will have a totally new and hopefully a new exciting experience coming your way. So you have that looking forward to you, and we wish you well. Our Applied Technology Committee works with 3 scholarship programs now. We added one this year that Jim's going to talk about. We first deal with Don Redmond Scholarship. It's an Applied Tech Scholarship. He was a past president and a very honored member of our club for years. We have another Community Applied Tech Scholarship program. And now we have Operation Toolkit awards. In a few minutes, like I said, Jim's going to give a little broader explanation of that after our kids come up and receive their accolades here. We again teamed with our always our partner Morning Club. We've been doing this for, gosh, how many years now? But it's worked out very, very well for us. I would like to introduce our committee. If you would stand, please. Vince Sanasardo and Bonnie McCullough from our club. But she hasn't left. Okay. Thank you, Vince. As well as from the Morning Club, we have Jim McKenzie and Tim Gerhardt. They've always done such great work with us. This particular scholarship program is rather unique in that we do it early in the year, mainly because we want to screen candidates. We give local awards, obviously, but we want to screen candidates for possible referral on to District 6440 for another scholarship program. This year, we had 13 applicants. All 13 won awards. We had 5 that we selected to go to district, but because we're only 2 clubs, we can only take 4. But we were contacted by Barrington Breakfast because they were unfortunately unable to get into their high schools and look at candidates, and they asked if they could borrow one of ours. And we graciously did that because we were won over, and that person won another $1,500 scholarship. So we're really appreciative of that. The selection criteria, they have to be a graduate of high school or GED program, and they have to be on their way to applied tech trade school or certificate program, or have a job directly related to an automotive industry at that point. So all of our kids made that criteria. And 12 of the 13 candidates received this new program, Operation Toolkit Award, which are valued at around $2,300. So it was a sizable award, and we'd like to keep this going as well. And Jim might talk about that as well. At this point, I'd like to bring Jim over, and he's going to talk about the Operation Toolkit.
So the over under for the amount of time that I'm going to speak is 30 seconds. And it starts now, right? You know, I was talking to Nancy and Bonnie before the meeting, and we were talking a little bit about the Operation Toolkit. And we're putting together tools through Dave Ligman. He gives us a list of the tools that we buy. But what we're talking about is the paradigm shift that this opportunity provides for us as Rotarians. And I know, Alan Gabe, you were talking about how we raise money. Well, this is a whole different way that we can raise money, because the community has really wrapped their arms around this project. So we have banks that want to donate to it. There are auto mechanics and the repair shops and the unions and the dealerships, and all these organizations want to support getting students the tools that are necessary in order for them to take it to the next level. So I don't know if I'm at 29 seconds, but that's that. All right, sorry. And I think it's something big that us as Rotarians can go ahead and support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's take it to the next level.
Stay up.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd like to bring Dave Ligman up, and all the students that are here today. We have 10 recipients with us this morning or this afternoon. You know, I think you've heard us talk about Dave Ligman before, but he's the primary reason that we are as successful as we are. Dave is one of those guys that if you see him in the shop, you know, his ability to teach is one of the best I've seen. And it's really a joy to watch in and see what happens with his kids. They're always on task. Well, I don't know about always, but when I've been there, they have been, and I'm impressed. And I can certainly understand why you're held in such high esteem. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to you, and maybe you can introduce your guys.
I'd love to. All right, thanks everybody. I'm glad to be here again. This is my 20th year teaching, and I normally teach all of the juniors and seniors, but because of last year, I didn't really get to know this group that well. So coming into this year, I was a little nervous. I didn't know what I'd be working with, how far we could push them, how far we could take them. But it is hands down my best group I've had in 20 years. So and then obviously with all of your help and Don and Jim, et cetera, being able to expand and just offer more opportunities for them. We know they're going to take it really far. So I'm going to tell you who they are. And I want to ask you guys to come up and tell them your next steps. That's what they want to hear. What are you going to do next? So this is Lechen Alton.
Hello. First off, I want to thank you all for supporting me in my future. And my plan after high school is to become an apprentice tech at Audi. And then from then on, continue to ECC, continue my education, and then hopefully open up my own shop in the future. Thank you.
This is Eric.
Hello, likewise. I'd like to thank you all for the opportunity you guys have presented me with this tool box that I'm able to use for the future. So I'm planning on attending SIU for 4 years to be an automotive tech, and then whatever opportunities open up from there in order to fund my own shop, hopefully one day. So thank you very much again.
My friend Gerardo.
I want to give a big thank you to all of you for giving me this opportunity. And after high school, I plan to attend SIU for 4 years to also become a technician. Thank you.
And Martin.
I want to open up and say thank you. Of course, I don't think there can be enough thanks for what you guys do. Well, I'm going to go straight to DuPage and then hopefully become an apprentice tech under my father, who's sitting right over there, Howard Orloff Imports. And then from there, it's a mystery, but hopefully big things.
And Conrad.
I want to thank everybody for this opportunity. As a first generation child, it's been kind of difficult to adjust to the whole college scheme and the high school scheme. And moving here into this local or to Hoffman Estates, these opportunities have never been presented to me from where I used to live. And it's such a great honor for Mr. Ligman that I'm really happy that I found my passion and that I'm going to have a job that I'm going to like in the future. And my plans after graduation is to go to COD and study in their Master Automotive Technology program. And Monday after graduation, I also plan on going to Audi with Lechen as a apprentice and work through their program as well. Thank you.
And Brandon.
Thank you for this amazing opportunity. I'm so glad. I plan on going to SIU with Eric and Gerardo for 4 years, and I'm also doing automotive industry there, and we'll see what happens after that. Thank you.
Conant. All right. So this is not my student, but you're from Conant, and your name?
Lennox.
Lennox. All right. Lennox Glab, right? Yeah. Okay. I saw your paper.
So after high school, I plan on going to UTI through their diesel and industrial program with the Finish First program. Just being able to continue my education and hopefully further my career at Cisco, which I just started there this past Monday, in their fleet division. So I'm definitely hoping that I can get the best education I can through UTI and eventually one day hope to open my own shop.
And from Schaumburg High School, this is Justice.
Yes, so I'd like to thank the Rotary Council and Association for awarding me the tool set. I also am grateful for being invited to this dinner or lunch, because this is something I don't often get to do. But yeah, my future intent is to become an automotive technician, though specifically going through the College of DuPage, of which I intend on transferring to Southern Illinois. Not too long from now too, I also intend on applying and joining Acorn Tire just down the street over there as one of the main things as an apprentice. In the near or far future, depending how long it takes, I intend on investing into car restoration as my future passion or career.
Impressed?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I want to thank you all for coming, and I would ask you to seek these guys out afterwards and congratulate them on their achievements. It's been significant. You know, in closing, I want to quote Mr. Doctorman again. He also said that people come into our lives in 3 ways. First, for a reason. Second, for a season. And third, for a lifetime. As Rotarians, we witness many people coming into our Rotary lives. We have an opportunity to change lives, and it can be continued every day just because Rotary will do the work. So thank you.
I'd like to congratulate this Rotary Club for all that we do. It's incredible. And let's stand up and do the 4-way test and close this meeting. Gene Schlinkman, how about you? Come back.
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build the goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
After the meeting, can we have all the scholarship recipients come over there for a photograph and everything? What a great day.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to leave. They're still serving dessert. Thank you. I was talking back and forth.
You got through the, pretty well there. The Queen of Hearts pretty well.
Yeah,
that was one of the parts.
I don't mind the sound.
Yeah, that's set up early. That's why it's a running joke for us every time it gets. Whose computer is this? You?
That's me.
I like it. It's nice.
That's my new one I bought.
Oh, I heard you say you got a new one. I thought it was a desktop. No, that's pretty nice.
So I could be a real
And I like the side. If you ever do books, you need this so hard. So yeah, you gotta have that.
No, it's good. But it had to be actually connected like the drive. Yeah. So it say it's on the server. Yeah. So I can when I work.
So you're working from anywhere.
I work from anywhere.
Right. It's free. You're gonna find yourself at Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch one day with your laptop, and you're like,
but I work from my parents' house. Right. Literally, that man works for 4 hours. I came from the beach house. Yes, literally.
That sounds fun.
Didn't have to plan it. I'm like, oh, I gotta bring these files from work. Because I might work on it. Somebody can throw me a wrench and like, go to the J drive or whatever drive and grab it.
Someone ever stole
There's nothing on work. There's nothing. So it's,
it gives you like this device as a quick to me. I wouldn't give a shit.
Which is the same way with all the computers in the office.
Some way they should.
When it's so long, you know, it doesn't matter. It's all sort of like and you got them.
Well done. Well done.